Hi everyone, it's Brigitte from Aqua Arcana. Whoever is new, welcome to my channel. And guys, I will be trying to do more videos like that where you suggest a topic and I go and talk about it, and then we can share information and discuss things. I think I want you guys to grow with me and to get as much information as possible from me, because I do take interest in a lot of things. And that's the thing, I'm like a closed book, I would like to share it with you guys. And I would like you to share it with me too, so we can all grow, share experiences and information. Today we are going to talk about dreams because you guys wanted me to touch on that topic. What the dream really is and how I see the dream. The explanation I'm gonna give you is gonna be a little bit strange, but I see it like throughout the day we have a lot of things happening to us, right? So many things at the back of our mind that sometimes we do not express, or tasks that we do not finish in everyday life, right? So let's say I'll give you an example of where I didn't finish my sentence or didn't express my thoughts on something because I thought that it might offend this person because of their point of views, maybe because of their religion, maybe because I know how they are character-wise and they might have taken it in the wrong way. This kind of stuck to me and it keeps building up, let's say I wanted to go on travel and let's say my parents didn't let me go there, or I wanted to experience some kind of new activity but I wasn't allowed to because of external sources. So whatever it is that you want to do or say throughout life that you have not expressed or haven't done keeps building up at the back of your head, right? When you wake up, you have to put your clothes on to leave the house, right? So I see this dressing up ritual, kind of putting your masks on. You have to cover yourself in order to go out. And it's the same, like we cannot express every single thing that we think because sometimes it might be offensive. So again, this becomes like a mask, okay? And once you go to sleep, you have to wear as least as possible for you to be comfortable, right? So that's you undressing yourself in a way and drifting to sleep, where you then become your own truest self. You are completely naked facing your own unconscious. And your unconscious never lies, guys. So you then start dreaming of how you're taking that trip, let's say, right, that you haven't been allowed to take. If you have been ever chased in a dream by someone else and you were running or you were not able to run away, the chaser is someone usually represented by your fear. The fear of not speaking up, the fear of not being able to do something, the fear of something that you desire and you cannot express it in real life. So let's say if someone hasn't had sex for a long time, it became a bit like a frustration your body always tells you. And you can start being chased by someone who is very sexual and you're afraid. Let's say some kind of, pervert or pedophile would appear in your dream where you're being chased and you're scared to death and you're running away. And that's how you have to understand that your body is giving you these hints what it is that you have to face. Some of you might have gotten through some kind of trauma and you would have those repetitive dreams where your dream would be telling you, hey, you have to finally come to terms with what happened. You have to finally accept, and get over it with. And that is why, guys, psychoanalytics firstly look at your dreams and they like to analyze dreams. Let's say if I saw a snake in a dream, that snake would mean something to me personally, maybe coming out of my past traumas or something that snake represents to me. So it's really, really personal, and you have to know how you felt about it and why you felt certain way, where it came out of, what did you feel before seeing it. So it becomes this really, really interesting piece of visions, feelings, senses, that you then have to analyze. And This is something really, really interesting that I find. That's how psychoanalytics, they then get to the bottom of your traumas. They then get to the bottom of why you feel depressed or anxious, and everything that you tell them, it's basically your naked self. As I said, you do not hide anything because your dreams never lie. Another thing I would like to look at as an example is, let's say so that you haven't been thinking about your ex for a really long time, and you know so many things happen in your life and you're like, why the hell I dreamt of him or her or her. Pay attention to a couple of things here. Ask yourself, is there something that that person was giving me in relationship that I do not have right now? Do I miss one of his or her qualities in my life right now? If the dream was positive, right? So let's say if you've been dealing with, I don't know, let's say court dealings of some sorts, you got in trouble or whatever, insurance, and you don't know how to fill documents in general, something about that. And your ex was really good in those things. So this is you saying to yourself, you missing the qualities in your life that this person had. Let's say dream was not very good. It was about ex, but you were not on a good vibe with that ex, you know, in a dream. Now pay attention why you were fighting and what was the trigger there, and then think, maybe your unconscious self is telling you that you are coming back to communicating with very similar people, meaning that, okay, let's say something happened between you and your ex where you are like, okay, that's enough, or something that was kind of really nagging you about your ex. Maybe your unconscious self is telling you that you are coming back to repeating the same cycle, or you are coming back to communicating with really similar people, which is not good for you, and you have left this person because of this and that is why this dream is not positive, because something happened in 3D where you kind of encountered a similar situation. You felt similar way like you felt with your ex at one point. I would also like to talk about Osho, okay? And I'm gonna speak about him quite a lot because he's my guru, you know? And I'm gonna quote him, okay? He says, I have never been against myself. Whatever I want to say, I say. Whatever I want to do, I do. And therefore, he doesn't dream. So he says, I do not dream. And why? Because I allow myself to live my life unapologetically in a way where I do not have any restrictions. I do not leave anything building in myself. Therefore, I do not have a point to dream, right? Because our dreams are telling us that there's something, you know, that niggling feeling like, oh, this is up or that is up. I haven't finished something at work, or I haven't said this and that. You haven't had sex for a long time, or I went to bed hungry, and your body is giving you feedbacks. It's like someone who hasn't had sex for a long time, you know. The same goes for people who are nuns and priests. Once you cut off that instinct of yours, you try to refuse it, you know, you literally go against your instinct. That's when you will start drifting into dream, and more people like that will start dreaming about sex. So their dreams would start being more sexual than anyone else having regular sex, or who had it, you know, half year ago, let's say. Because whatever that you're trying to refuse, your instincts are saying, you know, are going against us. Your body needs that. Or if you start fasting, you know, it's very likely that you're gonna start having dreams about food. And that's when I said, you know, if you go to bed hungry, a lot of times you might dream about food, or food is going to come through kind of a different image, because sometimes, as I said before, it's not very straightforward. It can come through as something you are hungry for. Does it make sense? So it's really complex. Our dreams are really complex, but the moment you guys start analyzing your dreams, it will become very clear, because you will understand what this B means for you in a dream, or what that X meant for you in a dream. You will literally start learning from your own higher self in a way. It's literally, as I said before, undressing in front of your own self. Just take out the book and write everything down, how you felt in that dream and why you felt certain way about certain objects or people. Then try to tie the loose ends, and you're gonna see that on that piece of paper it's gonna be your own naked true self facing your own fears or traumas. I hope that's clarified things for you. Let me know if you want me to talk about something else. Whatever the suggestions, I'll be waiting. Bye for now.